All right, we did adding and subtracting Monday. We added in multiplication and division where some of the rules changed. If you multiply or divide by a negative, you have to flip, okay? So now we're going to go to multi-step. Just like equations, you undo them for inequalities as well. Remember the rules about multiplying and dividing with negative numbers. Solve the inequality, simplify your answer as much as possible, aka no decimals. Okay, if it needs to be a fraction, that's fine, just reduce it. All right, number one. What should I do first? Minus 46. 16 minus 46, negative 30 is greater than or equal to negative 6u. Then divide by negative 6. So I get 5 is less than or equal to u. Nicely done. Nicely done. Let's go to the right. You should distribute first. Because you have something, if plus 31 wasn't there, then you could divide by negative 3. But you'd have to divide 31 by negative 3, and then you'd end up with a fraction. Not a bad idea otherwise. All right, let's distribute. What do you end up with? Negative 3w minus 18 plus 31 nicely done. What should I do now? Yeah, combine your like terms. Negative 18 and 31. Positive or negative? 13? 10, 20, 31, yep. Is less than or equal to 12 minus 3w. Okay? Plus 3w. Fair. You end up with 0w. So when you have 0 of something, do you normally write it? Normally, what do we do with it? We like cross it off, right? So what do you end up with? Say it again. No solution. Because 13 is not less than or equal to 12. What if 13 was less than or equal to 14? Then what is that called?
Infinite.
All real numbers or infinite solutions. Very good. Very good. So your variable will cancel sometimes, and then you could end up with a possible no solution or an infinite solution. I think you're good on those. Do we need to do more, or are you okay with it? You think you're good. Okay, let's go to the bottom. To rent a certain meeting room, a college charges a reservation fee of $48, an additional fee of $5.60 per hour. The film club wants to spend at most $98.40 on renting the meeting room. What are the possible amounts of time for which they could rent the meeting room? Use y for the number of hours the meeting room is rented and solve your inequality for y. First off, we just need to set up this inequality. And what letter are we going to use? Y. By the raise of your hand, can anybody tell me what your inequality should say? You gonna give me the whole thing? Okay, Jackson, what you got?
48 plus 5.60y is less than or equal to 98.40.
Do you believe that, or are you just going with them? Is she right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. At most means it needs to be smaller, right? It needs to be smaller. Nicely done.
Is that it?
We'll get solve it now.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to do now? Minus 48. 560y is less than or equal to 50.40. Then, I hope this is a whole number. Do I need to flip that sign?
No.
Okay.
It's gonna be just. Yeah.
9? 9. What are the possible amounts of time for which they could rent the meeting room? 9 or lower, right? Less than or equal to 9. What label would be on there? Hours. I hope they're not renting a room for 9 minutes. Seems like kind of a waste. Oh, okay. Backside. Miss Kiko. Kiko is pumping water into a tank at a rate of 18 liters per minute. Since she started pumping water, 10 liters has splashed out of the tank. Her goal is given by 18x minus 10 is less than or equal to 62, where x is the number of minutes she pumps water into the tank. First, solve the given inequality and graph the solution on the number line below. Then choose and complete the statement that best describes the solution. Question, why is it minus 10 if she's putting water in the tank? Very good. Solve this on your own. I got x is less than or equal to 4. Yes? Okay. Most important number? Open or closed circle. Closed because of the equal to. Shading to the left towards Hoosier, or sorry, God, I just screwed that up. Left towards Weiss or right towards Hoosier? Ooh, I got a mixed.
I'm gonna go with x is less than. If x is less than.
Yes, you would shade to the left.
Yeah.
All right, now we have to pick which one of these is the correct. To meet the goal, the tank will have at least blank liters of water in it, and this will take at most blank minutes. To meet the goal, the tank will have at most blank liters of water in it, and it will take at least blank minutes. To meet the goal, the tank will have at most blank liters of water in it and take at most blank minutes. So the first sentence is talking about the initial equation. Every single one of those says to meet the goal, the tank will have, and it changes whether it's at least, at most, or at most. So in this part right here is describing what's in the tank. Based off of a less than or equal to sign, will the tank have at most or at least? At most, how many liters? So at most 62, because it's less than or equal to 62. The highest it can be is 62. So then that narrows down this guy. Then the difference is at least or at most blank minutes. Now we're looking at our answer. X is minutes. The tank will take at most 4 minutes. So it would actually be the bottom. To meet the goal, the tank will have at most 62 liters of water in it and will take at most 4 minutes. Okay, now, do I expect that you're going to draw this graph or write down the answer to that? No, but would this piece, whoopsies, this piece be on your work paper? Absolutely. If you multiply or divide by a negative number, flip the inequality. The rest of the hour is yours to work.